Welcome to the Real Salty Podcast. Please join Stephanie and Caitlin as we dive into life in Florida, the good, the salty, and everything in between. We'll chat about real estate, family, sports, building a community, and all the unique things that make living in the Sunshine State so special. Plus, we'll bring on some amazing special guests to share their stories and expertise along the way. So grab your favorite drink and get ready to laugh, learn, and get a little salty with us.
Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Real Salty Podcast. We're so happy you're with us. What's up?
Well, I survived. That's what's up. My daughter had a raging party on Saturday night,
That's right.
because she's 17 now and
House
that's important to
party.
do. And so I don't know, there's part of me like all day on Saturday, I was working to get that place ready, right?
You say police or place?
Police. Exactly. No, we're going to avoid the police. That's probably next year as you're a senior and you kind of let go.
You
But
do- all you have to do is call the neighbors and just say, look, do me a solid, call me
do me a
first.
solid.
You know,
That's right. That's right. I
before you
did tell
call
my
me.
next door neighbor, but I will say that, this is kid number 3. My oldest is 21.
Right.
This was probably the last like kids party that I have to do. And so there's something that is exciting as well as like,
Yeah.
because it's always been crazy once Halloween hits until her birthday. And most of the time, unless her birthday fell on a Friday night, which it did, or Saturday, we were always extending her birthday to the following weekend because Cooper usually got the first weekend and then she got the second weekend. So
Gotcha.
between that and then she was in the importance of being earnest at the school. So
That's right. Yeah.
yes. And so 3 nights in a row, I was at that watching her and she was adorable. So
Oh,
that was,
yay.
but yeah, so nothing is up other than I feel like this is fantastic because now I can like settle into everything and, start to get into the festival in the holiday spirit a little bit. So
Yeah. Well, I busted it out early. Come for me, haters. I don't care. Okay. This
what,
weekend, Christmas came. That's right. My
Oh,
house is set up.
nice.
We are ready. I made Trent take me to our enclosed trailer that we have over in storage here in by Tyrone Mall. And I had said, like, I want to go honestly, I had every intention of making him take me last weekend. But I forget, we were doing things last weekend. I don't remember. I feel like you and I had something going on.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I don't know what we had going on. Anyway, I'm rambling. The point is I made him do it this weekend because if I didn't get it set up this weekend, then that means the following weekend would have to be it. And that's already good people. That's
yeah.
already the 15th of November.
Yeah.
And I know that there's sticklers out there where it's don't set it up until Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, that weekend, that's when you do it, when you do the damn thing. I don't care. I don't care for a number of reasons. I'll be honest. I don't normally have my tree up this early in November, but I do like to have it up before Thanksgiving. I like to have it up before Thanksgiving.
A lot of people do. I mean, and I think that there's one of the things that I think, first of all, it's in the stores already. Second of all, the music is already there. And third of all, I don't know. I think that it helps people's overall spirit and attitude. My sister set hers up on Halloween because she doesn't have any trick-or-treaters anyway. And my mom is shopping like she's opening up a Christmas store. So I mean, it's just whatever makes you feel better right now and whatever like gets you into the holiday spirit. Well, I mean, why not?
Yeah. You leave me alone, right? I'm not asking you to come over and look at it, Susan. So just leave me alone.
It took me forever last year. I know that like last year, you didn't get to set up to the full capacity as it is.
I didn't get to do anything.
Yeah.
I literally didn't get to do anything. I had to literally not have a tree last year. The only thing that I got to set up was I bought an exterior light quickly to put something up.
Oh, and you had that little Christmas tree, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The one that's like from the like 1950s. It's so sweet.
Absolutely. Well,
I didn't get much in the spirit last year either because I was so sad for everyone.
Yeah.
And so it took me forever last year to get set up, and then we finally did, and I feel like I was mad during it anyway. I mean, last year, like, the once September hit last year, it was just everything was just sad. So I'm glad that you did. I think it's great. Good for you.
Yeah, I wanted to, because another thing was is that the exterior light that we had, because there was really no one living in Madeira.
Yeah.
I take that back. By the holiday point, there were more locals. I think about that Trent and I got in at the end of October, which Milton hit on the 10th of October. So
Yes.
it was dark. When I talk about the number of properties that actually had lights on, us and maybe a handful that I
Yeah.
could see from my
Yeah.
house. It was really, really dark. So just to have this cheap starlight that literally had these little strings coming down from it, I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't like Mother Mary, city of Bethlehem, but I kind of felt special having it like as a beacon, out there.
Jesus was
So
watching you, Caitlin. Don't
now
worry.
my question is, because I don't have kiddos, and then we can get off the Christmas subject, but I was very proud that we got it set up. Kids decorating trees.
So I think everyone has their own tradition.
And we're not talking about Flynn, the beautiful, attention to detail 17-year-old
Yes.
hanging your ornaments. I'm talking about
Yes.
straight up children that put ornaments in like a 2 by 2 foot. And then we're
Area.
like, thank you, honey. That looks great.
Yes.
Can you leave it like that? Can
Yeah.
you, would
No,
you do
no,
that?
we no, we're a very honest family, and
Yeah.
I we have probably we will probably get we've gotten a real Christmas tree every single year, and we'll probably get one again this year, and then one more year, and then we'll probably buy a fake one because the kids will all be moved out at that point.
And you guys go to like a Christmas tree farm? That makes my heart happy.
It does. I mean, if you call Home Depot one,
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm sure they got it from a farm.
You know what? It still
It still
smells real.
counts.
That's right. It
It
still
does.
counts.
It does still smell real. We have done that. Yes. We've gone all the way up to, like, there was a place in, like, St. Pete that we went to that I swear took us like an hour to get there because St. Pete is actually much larger than people realize. And then we
Yeah.
picked one out and we came back, and when we were living in Connecticut, we always got it from a place called Stu Leonard's. It's just this great little, like, I don't it's small but not. It's kind of like a Wegmans, if you're familiar with that. So, or almost like a Market 31. It's like kind of homegrown, and it's popular in Connecticut. So we always went to that. And then but since we've moved here, Home Depot is like right down the road. So we make it easy on ourselves and don't stress about it. And we've always been very happy with the selection that we've gotten. And I think last year we were really excited about the tree that we got. So you just we do get a real tree still, and that'll probably change in the next couple of years, but for the most
I
part
will say this, shout out to Jack and Bambi, because when my brother and I were younger, and it wasn't everywhere that we lived. I'll be honest, I don't remember this core memory happening when we were in Maryland. Definitely didn't happen in California. But the longer period of time that we lived in West County, St. Louis, collectively twice, my parents always made a really big to do about going out to a local Christmas tree farm, which was about 45 minutes away. They had the trailer ride where you had the blankets and the hot
cool,
cocoa and
cool.
everything, and you brought your saw and all the things. And I mean, I remember a couple of years, it was Chevy Chase, like the hand saw.
The
Like it
style,
is a
right? Yeah, yeah,
hand
yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing.
That's
And
cool.
so, and we had to, like, they took it through the shaker, they put the thing on it, they had to put it
Yep.
on the car.
They
We
shaved
took
off
it
the
back,
bottom branches for
right?
you, all the good
Strapped it
stuff.
onto the 1989 Dodge Caravan, and off we
There you
went.
go.
So, but
I
there
love
was,
it.
but I always, and that was beautiful. We think back and we realized there was a couple times, where it's like, did you bring the saw? I thought you brought the saw, and
Yes,
like all the
exactly.
things. But at the same time, thank you for doing that, because they're great memories that we had. And
They are. They
I always
are.
thought, it's such a pain in the ass, though. That's where I'm like, kudos to you, because you have to water it and then hauling it out, and it sheds like a cat, and it's
It
just like
does.
it's a mess. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
last year was probably the hardest year, but I actually just think it was like kind of the time and place of what was going on, and no one was in the mood. And But we'll get one Thanksgiving Day weekend, and I'll probably set up everything on the day after Thanksgiving is usually when I do that. And I had also like I have a certain thing that I put on the outside of the house as I like to put a lot of stuff out there, and I was able to kind of lower that down and make it so it's not so intrusive moving forward, so it's something I can do. So yeah, it's whatever traditions you have, if you want to start them now, who cares, just go for it,
Open
whatever makes you
season.
happy.
Open
Seriously,
season.
open
Do what
season
you
is right.
want. Like, who
Yeah,
gives a shit, man? I'm
no
sorry,
one
but
cares this
you
year,
want to
go
come for
for it.
me this year, Christmas police, bring it, because guess what? I'm strong enough to take you. Because
There's a
last
lot of
year,
really pretty stuff out there too right now to
well,
buy. I mean, there's a ton of stuff there. It's
I
nice, I don't
know.
blame anyone.
I know. Well, I usually try to wait until after the holidays to buy Christmas decor because then it's on
Yes.
sale, right? And so there's a few things that I just don't know if I can wait that I
Yeah,
saw
I have a
online.
couple ideas
Um,
too for myself.
but it's funny because we were talking about it and we'll move on, but the children part about it, that's adorable. And I love that for you guys. The entire time Trent and I have been together, Trent's a guy. And so, of course, he's a bachelor when I meet him. He's not setting a tree up, you know?
Yeah,
I don't even think he said that he'd ever had a girlfriend that like set up a tree or whatever.
right.
So I was like, the first year I was living with him, I'm like, oh, I have a tree. I already have a tree. I have a fake tree. I have all the ornaments. It's happening. Newsflash. Oh, last year was the first year in 15 years that we didn't have a tree. And so it was
Yeah,
very hard for me. And so I always thought that, if we were to have kids, that I would make a point to go do the Christmas tree farm
yeah.
thing and all the things about it. But until then, I'm sorry, my pre-lit box tree is just too
It'll be
convenient.
just fine, and once my kids
And
are all gone, it'll be just
yeah,
fine for us
and
too,
all
and it's
all I
okay.
and all I let him do is carry it in. I have his help putting it like together, like on the
Yep,
stand itself.
yep,
And then it's thank you so much, goodbye. Like
yes, I'll take
I'm a
care of it.
psycho apparently, and I'll take it from here
That's
because
awesome.
you have those like general ornaments that you kind of like make into a display. You have your statement ornaments, I call it, where I bought it, and or inherited it from my grandmother. So I want it
Yes,
to like be forefront.
right there.
I cannot let I can't let anybody do it. Remember one of the first few years he tried to just walk up and hang something and I was like, what are you doing?
No, no, that's not what no,
And
no.
that's so mean. And I
If
know
you
there's
let
so
me
many
give you
people out there
direction
that are
as
going to
to
be like,
where no,
oh,
it's
do
fine.
you know what I would do for my husband to want to help? Do you know what I would do for this and this and that? And it's like, that's great, Becky.
That's your
Mind your
role.
business.
Yeah, that's your role, right? That's right. That
Mind
is
your
so
business.
funny.
So anyway, I'm very pleased with the outcome. So
Yeah, good
Christmas
for
is
you.
now.
When you mentioned that's really exciting. Good for you for doing that. I mean, I think that, it's a little bit cooler here, right? Obviously, I'm for once not in a tank top. And I'm wearing
To
a
go through
sweatshirt, so
our
it's a
first
little bit cooler here, which is crazy. So I think it's going to put us all in the mood to do this. So that part's exciting. So,
tomorrow, I'm making chili. I haven't
oh
made
my God,
chili
I
in a
love
while. And
that. Oh, I need to make chili. That's so
it's
good.
gonna be what, like 48 degrees? First of all, we're
Yeah. Oh,
gonna
yeah,
have
it's supposed to be cold. I mean, the
the
whole country is
iguanas are
supposed to be
falling
cold,
from the
but
sky.
they
I
are.
got to
I know
break out
they're
all
like
our
talking about a
coats.
record tomorrow, which is, this year was the year of records, right? With heat and then now coolness. And so, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, no, good for you. Good for you.
Yay!
That's exciting. That's exciting. I mean, I'm wearing a Bucks shirt, even though my Bucks got
Well,
defeated yesterday.
no one can call you a fair weather fan.
No, I'm not
That's
a
for
fair weather
damn
fan.
sure. Yeah.
They just didn't look good, and the thing that I've heard the most is how much how many fans how many Patriot fans were at the game, unfortunately,
Oh,
and that it became almost like a home game for the Patriots. So that part kind of stinks. I mean, I I I didn't go to the game, obviously,
well, it's obviously your
but
fault. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, so it must have been my fault. I mean, it's usually my fault. I'm okay with it being my fault. Only if I can fix it after this. But no, they started off with like the first like time down the field, they got a touchdown, which is like not in like there's not like them at all. And I was like, that could be good or bad. And then I don't know, they just couldn't pull everything together. But this season for the NFL has been so weird. It's just been so weird. And then the Bears scored 14 points in like the last 6 minutes and ended up beating the Giants. And that poor Giants coach, he's seen better days today. So
But this
that's
had
right. Off with his head. That's right.
Well,
So
this is
I
the
don't
thing. I
know.
mean, the Giants were already what 2-7, so the fact
Yes.
that they might have been leading, and then what was it? They were just like, okay, 14 points. Let's just get off of
Yeah.
me.
And
Okay,
not only that, but like the Bears have done that the last couple of games where they've won in the last quarter in the last 5 minutes. So there's no reason in today's like I don't know,
football, right?
in today's
So
football arena. I mean, you've got the Bills that got beat by the freaking Miami Dolphins. Like, in what world does this happen? And then, of course, then
in
yesterday
a
was like,
Chiefs witch world,
yeah, I know. And then the Commanders, of course, got spanked by the Detroit Lions, who were
yeah,
nothing but revenge over last year. I mean,
yeah.
JD5 isn't playing still because he hurt his arm and they just got spanked. I mean, Michael just kept saying they're going to put up a 50 spot on us and they didn't quite do 50, but it was damn close, that's for sure. So, this
Now
whole world has just been this whole season has just been so bizarre altogether. There's no I mean, it's a wild card as to who's going to win.
it is,
And the
and I mean,
Patriots actually might be one of them, which is terrifying.
it is, and I'm not okay with it. I feel like
Crazy.
you need to wait a little bit longer. Things we say now. Obviously, it was
I
like
know.
20 years ago, but I'm like, didn't they just have like a dynasty run? And it was like
Yeah,
20 years
it
ago.
was. It was.
So let somebody else have a turn. But yet
Yeah, it's probably about
people
no,
could
yeah, it's probably about
say that
7, 8 years ago, right?
people could say that about the Chiefs too. And I'm
They
like,
could.
shut your mouth. So
Yeah, they could.
but you know what? It's so weird to me. I did catch a little bit of the end of the game in Germany because apparently
Yes.
NFL, we are the world now.
Yes.
Um, God, I just had that song get it in my head.
Yeah,
It's like,
of
we are
course.
the
Of
world. All
course.
right.
Yep.
Why? I don't understand because John Denver. What is the obsession with the Germans with John Denver, country roads? Why do they know every
I don't
word?
know. I don't know, but when we went to Ireland, it wasn't Irish music. People loved listening to American music. So I just think it actually is just American music in general. Not that Ireland and Germany are the same, but
Okay,
I was
well,
so surprised. I
if they
mean,
all knew David Hasselhoff, it would not be a surprise to me. Why?
yes.
Why do they know John Denver? That's what I want
I
to
don't know.
somebody and tell us, chime in with the comments
You
or
should have
something, send us a
heard.
direct message because chorus, like the freaking choir boys were there in that stadium. Everyone knew every word and
They know them. It is,
everything.
it's crazy. I mean, even when you went over to Ireland, it was like you wanna drink something that the Irish would drink, right? And so
And they
you
throw you a Coors Light. No, I was kidding.
yes, that's what they did. Remember? I think I told you that once is they were like,
Why you
"Do you
told me
want a
not
light beer?" And I'm like, well, what do
want
you
one of these
got?" They're like,
Coors
"Coors
beers.
Light." I'm like, no, I don't want a light beer. I'll take a Guinness or I'll take a Smithwick or something, but I got some culture here, people." So yeah. But
They
I
just
think it just has to do with I don't it's bizarre, but I think
well,
the
it was interesting though, and I'm not saying that it's not a beautiful thing to take the NFL throughout the world, and obviously we love football. It's not fair to keep football for the rest of the good people from the world, but how sustainable is this? Because when we look at
right.
like professional sports, soccer, there's leagues across leagues across leagues. There's only one NFL league. And these
Yeah.
players have to fly there and time change back and all the things. And it's just,
I know they do like pop-up shops for each one of the
yeah.
the shops that
So
are
now
over
we're
there.
playing in Spain, London,
Yes.
Berlin,
Yep.
Brazil,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
anywhere else I'm forgetting this year?
They
I
played
forget.
in Ireland. They played in
Okay,
Dublin.
Ireland,
Mhm.
Dublin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
Packers
just
played there. I think, yeah, and the Colts won in, like, the last few minutes too. I mean, every game has just been down to the wire, it seems like, so, but
I
anyway,
just
we move on. We move
we're gonna
on.
move
I
on.
mean, what
It's a
world do
weird
we live
NFL
in that
season.
and this is coming from a Bears fan, but what world do we live in that if the Packers lose tonight that the Bears will be in first place? Like, what world do we live in? Like, what is going on?
What
That's
is
just
going on?
crazy.
If the
That's
NFL isn't
crazy.
a microcosm for the uncertainty that we're experiencing the rest of our lives with the rest of the world that we have to deal with, I
I
don't
know.
know what we're doing.
I don't know.
But I want you to tell the good people a little bit about the debacle of the Packers game. because you shed some light into my world where I don't belong to Disney Plus. And I didn't
Yes.
realize that tonight was going to be a problem, but you have a fan within your family was like, "What are you talking
Yes.
about?" And
Yes.
you're like,
So
"No,
we got rid of Disney Plus a couple months ago because of the Jimmy
out of
Kimmel thing.
solidarity." That's
Yes,
right.
we're guilty of it. We have now reinstated the account
Of course.
after some conversations that happened in the family to understand why we originally got rid of the account, which is
I
a
need
whole
another
nother
beverage for this.
podcast.
Keep talking.
And then now YouTube TV is who we have because God forbid we don't
Me
have the
too.
NFL ticket. I mean,
Right.
when Michael and I first started dating, which was like 25 years ago plus, DirecTV owned the NFL ticket for
That's
literally
right.
20 years. 20 years.
Yeah.
So we had
Oh, yeah.
DirecTV for 20 years. Well, once DirecTV got
Because
rid
of
of the
that.
ticket, guess what? Now we're moving over to YouTube TV. So
Of
we
course.
have YouTube TV. So last Monday night, I don't even know who was playing. It wasn't particularly a game that Michael and I were interested in, which means it probably had Arizona in it, which is most likely what happened. But
I love how we don't even have to have an opposing team. It's like anything that Arizona's involved
yeah,
in,
I'm assuming it
we're
was that.
out.
I actually don't even know. But it might have been like the Cowboys in Arizona or something like that.
I find that so funny that
Yeah.
it's like we don't fuck with Arizona.
We don't. No, it was a team like that we're just not excited about.
I got
So
it.
I
Sorry.
said, let's turn on ESPN because I Monday Night Football is really great to watch as always. And but the Manning show, which is so fun to watch,
Yes.
they were going to be on, and Baker Mayfield was a guest. So my father texts me, Baker Mayfield is as a guest on the Manning show. Now, I'm probably like most people that if your team is playing on Monday Night Football, you cannot watch the Manning show because they're too distracting.
Yes.
I need to watch the game. This is the game I
I
want to
don't
see.
allow people in my house to watch the game
Yeah,
because I have to pay attention. So yes,
there's just no way I could watch. They're too distracting. Whether it's the BRB or let me talk about this. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, Peyton Manning was talking about 5 rules that he wanted to change with the NFL, which were just crazy rules, but they were funny because I didn't care about the two teams.
Right.
So I go to turn on the TV and I realize we don't get ESPN because now YouTube is in a war with ABC, Disney, ESPN, and whatever else falls under that umbrella. Probably Discovery Channel, probably something else. And so we don't even get that. So now, flash forward to I get a note the other day from YouTube TV saying, we're going to give you a $20 credit. Really? Wow. Okay. Thanks, YouTube, because of it. So now, flash forward to today, the Packers are playing tonight. Cooper and Brody, my Packers fan and my Bears fan, are in our group chat going back and forth about how important this game is for the division.
Hell yeah.
And then I say to them, just so you know, we do not get ESPN right now because of
YouTube TV.
We have YouTube. And
yeah.
This is the conversation. Well, I watched YouTube yesterday. I understand that, but we do not get ESPN. Well, I don't understand. I watch it. Well, how am I going to watch it? I don't know. That's why I'm telling you at 3 p.m. so that you can figure this out.
You don't flip it on.
I don't think that you're right. Yesterday, I watched games all day yesterday. I'm like, because we have the NFL ticket, you privileged child. I understand that, but we do not have ESPN right now.
Right.
I know. So I had to literally say ABC, Disney, ESPN. They're all owned by the same company. Companies buy in, and I had to go through the whole 9 yards. And still, the last comment was, so I don't get to watch it on YouTube TV.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do? So Michael has now, since, because they're only a hop, skip, and a jump away at USF in Tampa, and because Brody realized he doesn't have classes tomorrow because it's Veterans Day, but Cooper still needs to check if he does. Why would it be different?
Who's going to tell Cooper?
Riddle me that. Why would it be different?
Somebody tell Cooper if you don't have class tomorrow.
So I pull up USF academic calendar fall 2025 and it says no classes. So I screenshot it, send it, and I say, no one has classes tomorrow. So of course, Michael's like, come home, boys, come home. We'll all go to the bar together. It'll be fun. So there's
they're en route. So they're en route.
And I just heard my phone blow up maybe 300 times. So they must be en route and they must be figuring out what bar we're going to tonight because we cannot watch it at home. And then my daughter gets out of work at 9, so most likely she will be coming to pick us all up. So
Oh,
cheers
well,
to us.
cheers
Cheers
to
to us.
cheers to
Cheers to
figuring it.
YouTube TV. Thanks for spending my money. Thanks for the $20 credit.
You know what? Why don't you take that $20 credit and go out and buy your guys some cheese
20
sticks at the
bucks. Yeah.
restaurant bar that you
20
wind up
bucks. Are you
at?
kidding me? It's going to cost me 200 plus tonight. Thanks,
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
20
what's I gonna
bucks.
buy? An appetizer trio, maybe that'll be
Maybe.
destroyed in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, and when
Gotta
you're
go to the
one,
bathroom and come back and I'll be freaking gone.
I have to say, you know what? For different reasons, and
They're
we'll go
so
into this
funny
later.
though.
I always had said that all my chips were on Flynn, and I'm not takesy backsies any of it. But the pure, just I don't know what the word is. The pure innocence, the pure
Yeah, it's
like just
funny.
the
Oh, it's so
pureness,
cute.
just the
I love it.
pureness
I
of
love it.
Cooper.
And
I
the
have to say,
honesty.
where he's like, "Well, I got to double check on my classes." God. And the thing is, Brody was like, dude, you better, like, I don't, but I don't know about you. Brody knows, but
He
he's like
does.
keeping it going. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I don't know which one
Yeah.
of your children I love best, the puppet master, Brody, or the one that the pure blink, blink, blink baby deer, Cooper, or
Yeah.
your daughter who's going to rule the world one day. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I'm a
Because
fan.
throughout all of this conversation, Michael and the boys are planning on where they're going to go tonight to watch the game. And
Yeah.
Flynn is working at her part-time gig that she's got, which is PS Smoothie King. And she's like, okay, I'll just keep slaving away at my job while you guys go have fun. Oh yeah, she's a slave driver. I'm sure.
He's got goals.
Whatever.
You
My
know what?
kids are funny and I wouldn't change them for the world, but sometimes I just was like
Okay,
screaming
well,
into the phone.
here's the thing. You have to answer. You have to answer. You have to answer. And it
Oh
cannot
gosh.
be because of one child's allegiance. It could be because it plays better for your odds with the, division with the Bucks. Who do you actually want to win?
Whoever's playing the Packers.
So Bears.
Yeah. Oh, and
Okay.
the Eagles are, which is so terrible because I don't want the Eagles to ever win.
Oh, wait. The Eagles are playing the Packers tonight?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Go Pack. Let's go. Sorry. Nobody likes the Eagles except for the Eagles. Sorry.
That is actually a tough one because I don't know. You might know this, you might not, but the Packers are independently owned. So people can buy into the Packers.
Wow.
So for Christmas, they put shares up for sale and like they're the only team in the NFL that are owned by the fans.
Okay.
And
That's
so a
kind of
couple
cool.
years ago, I bought shares for Michael and for Cooper. So as they like to say, we're part owners.
True. You guys are vested. You have to watch. Yeah.
I mean, we have to.
I can't wait for that residual money to come in. That'll be great.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. God only knows when that is coming, but
Well, when
whatever.
then someone can ask us who our sponsors are, I'm going to say the Green Bay Packers, bitch. No,
That's right. Exactly. But anyway, so
anyway, what was funny is that
I don't care. I know we're two girls in a bar talking about football, but we got stories.
What's really funny is that we were talking earlier before the recording, and I was like, God, we really don't have that much to talk about football wise. And here we are.
That always just takes off.
So one of the things that also happened this weekend was King of the Beach.
Yes.
And I know that unfortunately you and I both, our schedules did not allow for us to physically go. I have talked to multiple locals since and throughout the weekend, and I heard it was a great success, which is great.
Great success.
It makes my heart so happy. It was the return of the fall King of the Beach to the Madera Beach area since last year. And I found it interesting that I've overheard conversations. I had certain people tell me what their experience was. We had a couple lovely ladies. Shout out to our Beggins agents that worked the King of the Beach tent that we had there. But I guess the winning fish was 39 pounds, which that sounds big to me, but I've overheard multiple people who apparently are more fluent.
No, they watch the Discovery Channel.
Well, of course. I mean,
that's what happens. They're watching like big tuna.
Oh my God, there is that one off
That's
of the
why.
Atlantic coast. But I was thinking of the deep sea fishing one in Alaska where they're on the boats or whatever.
Yes.
So 39 pounds. I mean, again, sans child. That's a toddler, right? That's
it is.
Beefy
and
toddler.
It just depends on the type of fish. And this specifically ended up being a mackerel, but because it was such a large fish, as there's different
Mackerel,
there are
right?
there are different types of mackerels, unfortunately, that, or fortunately,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, I know a little bit more about
Too
fishing than I
many
ever thought I
damn
would in my
mackerels in
life.
this world.
But yes, this is a king mackerel, and
Hence, king.
39 pounds is actually on the very large side for king mackerels.
Yeah,
And this and one of the couple of things about them is that you had to surrender the fish. So this what you were not allowed to take the fish back once you weighed it in. And the a lot of the reason behind a lot of this stuff is because
there we
in the
stuffing the fish.
FWC, I
Those
know, right? The FWC is constantly pulling people over for being underslot, what they call underslot or overslot, which means that there's a slot that you can stick your fish in. And if
oh
it's
yeah,
too big, then you have to pull it out and throw it back. Or if it's too little, that's considered an infant fish. And so you have to throw it back as well. So even if you catch one that is like overslot or underslot and you bring it back to the pass and they're like, let's take a look and see what you got, and if it
okay,
is over or under, regardless of the fact that the fish is just dead as a doorknob, they still make you throw it over during that time frame. So the fact that they were allowing a king mackerel, which probably they had to get permission to the state through whatever
oh
they
yeah,
did,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
a large fish for, I mean, it's a large fish for the mackerel family, right?
39 pounds
It
again.
is a
Like,
toddler. It's a 4-year-old.
okay, perfect. Thank you, person with a child.
Yes.
Approximately a 4-year-old. Thank
Yes.
you. I'm
That
really
thing would be
bad.
wearing a 4T and probably like size
I'm
5 or
so
6 shoe. Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
so bad. I am so bad of looking at a child and being like, I don't know, what is he like? A buck 25. He's probably 7. And the kid's
I
11
hope
and
not.
weighs a kid's
I
11
hope.
and weighs 89 pounds. Wasn't even close. Like,
No,
so good to know.
exactly.
I can never give up real estate because I can't join the carnival because I'm never going to guess a wage in 8 because I'll just suck.
Yeah. No, you can't. No, that's absolutely no. But yeah, I mean, that's a large fish for this area. I mean,
So yeah,
you don't
30.
hear about mackerels very often. You always hear about grouper, you hear about
Yes. Well,
snook, you hear
and
about redfish, and
tell
then
me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the prize money was about
there's a lot of
$100,000.
money. There's a lot of money.
$100,000.
Yep.
So, I mean, but yet we gave him a bottle of Corbel to shake. No, I was kidding.
Yes, right. That's
We
right.
couldn't get
That's
the
what you
real
get.
deal. It's
You had to
okay.
be like at the weigh-in at a certain time, and they could not have any type of mutation or disformity to them. Like there was very
Yes.
specific, as there always is. But I mean, I I don't. I grew up in Midwest, so obviously that there's what do you catch there? Bass. I mean, that's
Catfish.
pretty much about it.
Catfish,
Catfish
baby.
and bass,
Catfish,
and
baby.
and not that I even cared if I ever caught either one of those because I don't even know if I ever went fishing, but nonetheless. I've learned a thing or two since being
You
down here.
liar. You're noodling.
Actually,
You're a
what
noodling champion. I know it.
okay, so and I will tell you that what was snagged on one of the docks in John's Pass
Oh, yes,
this
yes, yes,
past
yes.
week,
Speaking of fish,
which was snagged. Well, I'll tell you two stories. One is that my guys that work for us in because we're in off season, they have nothing to do. And I mean, who doesn't want to pay their employees to fish while we're paying them, right? But they do some fishing, and one of them caught this gorgeous snook. Gorgeous snook. It was totally overslot, so we couldn't keep it, but it was gorgeous. And we got a picture of them, and we
nice.
got a video. Some
Gotta
customers
take a
took some
picture for the
videos.
dating profile. Isn't
That's
that what all
right.
these single
Well,
guys'
yeah,
dating
no, that's
profiles?
right. That's right. And then
Like, look at there.
yeah, and it was really cool to watch him like put it back in the water because you can't I mean, I just kind of thought you'd throw it in the water and the thing would be fine, but you actually have
Like
to
an
like
animal?
yeah, I pretty much.
Such
But what
a
you have to do is like introduce
explanation.
it back into the water and like massage it. I didn't know that either, but nonetheless, what my point was is that last week, a Goliath grouper got snagged. Its line, it must have gotten caught down at Don's dock, and then
Yeah.
obviously no one has a fishing reel for that magnitude of a fish because they thought it weighed about 200 pounds.
Yeah, good people, if you're not familiar with Goliath Grouper, I highly
They're like
encourage our
prehistoric.
Midwest listeners. It's a dinosaur. That's
It
exactly what
is.
I was gonna
They
say.
have the
It's a
worst underbite you could ever see, too.
well, and I hate to totally take us askew, but did you ever watch Blue Collar Comedy Tour with Bill Engvall specifically?
No.
He had a bit about a dorkfish. And the
Oh,
dorkfish, they found this prehistoric skeleton, and it basically said that this fish its upper teeth stuck out over its lower, so it looked
Oh. Oh, yeah,
like
no,
that.
this is like the
So the
opposite.
fact that you have a
Yes,
like
it's a total underbite. And they're, like, prehistoric, they're huge, and
they are.
apparently, I mean, there's a lot of different types of, fish, obviously, in the ocean. Some I wish I don't care to know, and then some that I think that's super cool, and this is one of those that it's like, that's super cool because
That it
yeah,
exists in the
it
world.
doesn't
Yeah.
eat people. They don't eat people.
No, no,
No,
no. I was gonna say, I think it would creep me out less to see a Goliath grouper than it will a good sized sheephead, because the sheephead fish have actual human looking teeth,
they
and it
do.
is the creepiest thing you've
Yeah,
ever
and they're
seen
flat
in
as a
your life.
pancake too. They're pretty. They're
They're
pretty.
molars. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
molar teeth.
Yeah.
And so that's how they got their name, because it looks like sheep's teeth. And
Yes.
so anyway, the point is that this poor Goliath grouper, it did not make it, but it was actually there near the boardwalk area.
Yeah.
And I remember you mentioned to me that you asked one of our
No, it
local vet ladies.
lived.
Oh, it lived.
Yeah, no, it lived. It just got
Oh, I didn't
stuck.
know that.
Yeah, no, it just got stuck. They thought they were gonna have to call FWC because it
Okay.
was stuck on a line, but it was the size
Oh,
of a manatee, essentially. That's the best way to put it, is the size of a manatee. It got itself free. It probably went back to, I mean, a lot of these larger fish, they hang out underneath bridges, right? They all hang out underneath bridges, so I'm sure it went back to wherever it was. But no, it was fine. It just they thought they
well,
were gonna have to call FWC.
we heard through the
So,
grapevine that apparently him and his friends like to hang out near the Johns Pass
yes.
Bridge.
Yeah. I don't know what his friends are. I don't wanna know their names. Good old
Well,
that's like good old Hitler down at the Skyway. That's a like the oldest hammerhead that they know of that's down there. They call good old Hitler.
are you kidding? How did I not
No.
know this shark's
Yeah,
name
look
was
it up.
Hitler?
Google it tonight. It's
Well, I will.
funny. Yeah, it's
Okay,
called
guys.
he's called Hitler.
So is this the Skyview Bridge that we're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, the Skyway.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
That's where
Well,
most of all that activity is.
poor Hitler. I mean, I feel like we could give him a better
It's
name at
huge.
this
It's like a
point.
14-foot hammerhead. Has like sightings.
Oh my God. Well,
Things I don't need to know, but I have learned since living here.
people ask me like, "Oh, do you swim off your dock?" And I reluctantly say yes. And then it's so funny because you talk to these, salt of the earth fishermen. We're talking the two peg legs in the corner with Family Guy, I'll tell you their
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
They wouldn't jump off the dock if you paid them money.
No, you
And
need to
that,
be
my
innocent to
friend,
jump off the dock.
says something.
Yes.
Okay. And how do I tell people that have swum off their dock since 1960s here?
This is
Well,
what you tell them. You
you've
know
gotten
what?
lucky.
Woody's
You
has
got
jet skis if you
lucky.
don't want to always go swimming. Why don't you rent a jet ski? You sound like the perfect candidate for a jet ski rental. That's me.
You know what? Label out. Here we go. I was going to say, we're just going to slip it in naturally in the conversation. Oh my God. And then I thought, why don't they just call Woody's Water Sports with Stephanie Barry in Johns Pass Village?
You're not afraid of the water? Good. Well, I have one of my employees will say to our customer, one day he might have to give this up, but this is how confident he is he'll say, like, if you see a shark out there, I will actually pay for your jet ski rental.
Who says that?
Of one of my employees, because he's so confident you're not going to see one. Because there's so many dolphin in our area that they just
True.
don't surface the same way. And
Very
our
true.
water's murky. Let's be honest. It's not, I mean, the Gulf of
Tell
America,
people
Mexico,
that.
whatever you want to call it, is like literally a bathtub. It's just not the Caribbean. So
It's
you
true.
can't see the bottom. I mean, when
And
people come in with snorkel gear, I'm like, what are you going to look at?
they're going to look at the sand, Stephanie. Mind your
But
business.
now, did you see today that guess what they pulled out of John's Pass? A car.
Did see that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We all know there's a lot of debris still in the water from the hurricanes. Do we think that was a car from the hurricanes?
Well, they said that it was probably from Helene,
Correct.
and I'm sure we'll find out about that.
Did
But
you
one of
see
the
that it's
things
a
that they
newer
also said
Mercedes?
was
It's a
Was there
newer
any
Mercedes.
I don't know. They
No,
said
I watched the video. They pulled it out. It is a
Oh!
newer
Oh, then it probably was.
Mercedes sedan, and they could not confirm or deny in the video. The actual company that helped excavate it, the guy took a live video the whole time. I'll have to find the name of it, but it's a newer Mercedes
That's
for sure.
interesting. That is
You can
interesting
see,
because,
yeah.
I did see in the comments that people were like, "Were there bodies?" I'm like, Do we really need to be asking that? Like,
You know
should
what,
we really be
Mary?
asking that?"
I feel like they would let you know if they need
Yes,
to,
because
and
there
of
was
course,
too many policemen around. That's why they thought there might be. But anyway, so that tangent that we just went off on, but
no,
this is what
and
Caitlin and I do.
I immediately saw that headline and I clicked onto the video. I'll have to find the name of the company that actually assisted in the excavating of it. There were divers involved, and obviously, like you said, there was sheriff's department involved. I have to assume for safety. I mean, fire department. I mean, think
Yes.
about it. You know,
Yeah, you
there's
never
guys.
know. You never know what's gonna come
They
out of
had a
it. They
huge
have to.
boom truck that had this
Yeah.
crane that was going to claw this thing out,
Yes.
and they took it out right behind the old Treasure Island Yacht Club. And what got me was that somebody posted on one of the local pages and said, car comes out of the water behind the old Krabbies. And some Brad Chad dad who didn't have anything better to do with his life said, old Krabbies, don't you mean gators if you were a real local?
Oh.
Like, just, like, this is, I'm throwing myself. Like, this is what we're getting. And he had 14 likes on that from some other petty poly people where I'm just like, you know what?
There we
Bigger question.
go. The city is just throwing everything away. Oh my god.
It's all a cover up. You know what? It was the commissioner that last ran uncontested. He was found in the car in the
He was
water. Like,
oh my god. That's
these are
so
not the
bad.
days of
People
our
are
John's
so
past lives,
stupid.
people. It
People are
literally
so
fell off
stupid.
the wall, probably during the flooding,
It
and
did, I'm
that is
sure.
it. It is, thank you very much for cleaning up our waterways because we know there's still debris out there. And I know we're tangenting right now, but we got boat parades coming up.
Yes. Yeah, we have boat parades is right. As well as we're
Clean
supposed to be like dredging the whole area too, which is probably how they honestly discovered it. Is that I do know by a source that they were going underneath with the camera, very similar to like what Titanic was, and
Mhm.
going underneath just to see what the debris was underneath so that when they bring this equipment in there, the county is going to be dredging Johns Pass. And then
Yes,
after that, the city is going to be dredging a portion of it near Hubbard's
right.
Marina to help reorganize the sand so there's a
The sand.
natural traffic pattern, as well
Yes,
as to make sure that there is enough room for it to be a pass from Tampa Bay out into the ocean, because over time it's become a little bit shallow, and there has been a time where boats have not been able to come back and dock in Johns Pass because it's
correct.
been too shallow. So
Well,
oh my
and shout
god.
out to our local state representative, Linda Cheney. I know she just recently was in the area and she
Yeah.
continued to follow up and follow through with her assistance in this matter, because this is something that I have seen even before we started the podcast that she's been involved in to try to make sure that this gets taken care of. This involves the Army Corps of Engineers. This
There's
is a
so much
city.
involved.
This is a municipality. This is a county. This is the state. This is
FWC.
FWC.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you got to get all these
Yeah,
players to
because
play
marine
together.
life is
So,
involved in it too. So
and let alone get all the people to play together, then you got to get the money to actually do the damn thing.
that's right.
So, again, shout out to all of our local officials on a local level, but specifically Linda Cheney. I know you've made this a thing of
Hmm.
your kind of tenor in serving our area, where thank you, because this is a big deal. And you owning a business in Johns Pass, Hubbard's Beach, which I don't want to even say affectionately. Unaffectionately, we've started to call. It's just scary for us locals to see people that are unknowingly using that collection of sand for leisure activities, because we know how dangerous it can be and the fact that it's not supposed to be there. And God bless the businesses that are around that area, because they have tried to put up the signage to say, like, look, this is,
There's
it
maybe
might
no less
look
than 3,000
inviting, but this is
signs, but
no less than
Mhm.
3,000 signs. But it's like, we don't want to see anything bad happen. We don't want that, scar on our area, let alone a family to have to deal with anything
No.
unfortunate that happens.
No.
Just
No,
pay
that's
attention,
right.
good people. And if
That's
you're
right.
coming to the area, which I know you're coming to see us, let us know. We'll get you a sticker and we'll tell you which beach to go to.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Speaking of local matters, there are a couple of things that I wanted to make sure to mention, because we talked about the holiday season. It's coming. It's on us.
It's
It's
busy.
here. It's November. It's official, people. Like, buckle up. It's happening.
I feel like it starts tomorrow, Caitlin, like with all the stuff that we're like tomorrow
Actually, you know what?
morning.
You're
I kind of
absolutely
feel
right.
like it starts tomorrow.
It does.
Yeah.
The Bloody Marys all around.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Okay,
Veterans
twist my
Day.
arm.
I was going to say, Cooper doesn't have class and I don't have work.
And he's 21. Let's do
Oh,
it.
God, man. All right. Well, this Friday is Village Friday. And Village Friday, this is our giving back.
Yep.
This is for
Which
November.
ties into
So
Veterans Week too, which is nice.
it really does. And I will say that City of Madera Beach, shout out to you guys for always putting on a good time for us. Village Friday, which was known as Final Friday, is going to be this Friday.
Yep.
Or excuse me. Yeah. This Friday,
Yeah, this
November
Friday.
14th, from 6 to 9 in Johns Pass Village. Of course, they always shut down the street and put on a big to-do with a live concert and band, free to attend.
Free to attend.
Make sure to pay attention to your specific parking areas, which we talked about in an earlier podcast. They are asking, though, guys, because the city has partnered officially with Santa's Angels. They are going to be doing a food and toy drive. All of the funds and things that are raised all stay here in the local area for local families during the holiday season. If you can bring non-perishable items such as canned goods, they're also asking for new and unwrapped toys for children of all ages. Donation areas are going to be throughout the village. And of course, we're going to have some free music from 6 to 9.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
I think it's fantastic. So Village Friday, this Friday, November 14th, be there.
Yep. And then we kick it off to the next day, and Caitlin and I are doing a what is this called? It's called Talk Birdie to Me.
Stephanie and I play golf now.
We do.
And,
I mean, darling, but we're gonna work on like different things. So this weekend it's called Talk Birdie to Me. So it's an IRB, which I'm super excited to be
first
a
of all,
part of that
Talk
community.
Birdie to Me should have been our team name for the Halloween.
It actually should be, and we might need to change it for next year. Not that. Anyway, so we'll gonna do this.
Copyright issues later. But
yeah, we'll deal with that later. But so Saturday we're going to be doing this in IRB.
Yeah,
and I'm
we're leaving
super excited about this.
I'm very excited.
I know that there's a huge shout out to Krabby Bill's and their original and all of their local chains and all the restaurants involved, because you essentially, it's like a pub crawl. Talk Birdie to Me. So
it is.
You literally go from hole to hole. You spend 30 minutes at each hole, right?
Yes. Well, that's what she
said.
How
are we getting around? Do we just walk? That is what she said. Oh gosh.
So this is the first annual. This is actually really exciting. So shout out to the president of the IRB Homes Association, our girl Sarah McIntyre, because she is just killing it and leading it. And I love the fact that we're putting on fun events. This is officially the Indian Rocks Beach Home Association's putt-putt open bar crawl. And she's right. Talk Birdie to Me. So there are
11 to 5.
Yeah, there are 9 actual mini golf hole restaurants that are going to be participating. They're going to set something up. It's local restaurants and businesses. Have it on good authority that it's all within downtown IRB proper. So all within walking distance. It takes place on Saturday, November 15th from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The award ceremony immediately to follow from 5 to 6. There are 9 restaurants and bars participating. It's only $25 to partake. Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's go. So
yeah, and it looks like you can still sign up for it too, which is really great. You do it through Eventbrite. If you go to their website, RIB Home, it comes right up to. But Yeah, we definitely so each place you go to, it's roughly 30 minutes that you spend there, which is exciting. You get a drink, you move on to the next
They're
one.
gonna have specials for the people participating, whether it be a drink special or maybe perhaps a little sneaky snack.
Yes.
I will tip very well for any bar that gives me a sneaky snack in the
Yeah,
middle
that's
of
for
this.
sure.
We're
We
gonna
will be
need it because
doing
there's no hot dog cart coming.
no, there's no hot dog cart, but what we will doing is we will be getting an Uber. That is for sure.
No, 100%. 100% already have talked about it because we don't leave the city limits
No.
regularly.
No, we don't.
But
No,
we've
we
been talking
don't.
about the fact that Indian Rocks Beach is a particular town. Not that we don't love all of our little towns along the Pinellas Barrier Islands, but Indian Rocks Beach actually specifically, I think, has a special place in both Stephanie and I's
Both of
hearts.
ours, yeah.
And for nostalgia and just, all the reasons.
Yes.
And I'm excited about this. I'm very excited
Mhm.
about this. I think it would be inappropriate to, make our team name the name of the event, but
Yes.
I really do like Talk Birdie to me. I think it's so funny.
That is
So,
such a good I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I'm glad that we were able to figure this out because we were
yes.
talking about doing something else this weekend, and then I'm really like, I think I said yes in 3 seconds to this one. I was so
Yeah, you
excited.
did. And
Yeah.
it was really easy for me to convince you. So we're
Yeah.
also going to be participating with a couple lovely ladies out of our Century 21 Beggins office. Stay tuned for photos because I
Yeah.
guarantee we're going to get
That's
those.
right.
I cannot guarantee that we'll have any live information
No.
because,
We
like
just live in
Stephanie
the
said,
moment.
we're Ubering people. Good
Yeah,
luck
and
to
we like to live in
everyone.
the moment. But
Luck
they
to
and so but
everyone.
on Saturday as well as a conversations with the mayor during that time frame. But she's doing it twice on Saturday and then the following Wednesday, which you and I had already talked about going to the following Wednesday anyway.
Yeah.
But she's doing two different ones for the same thing, probably to
So
allow different
where is the
people.
Saturday one in case Saturday works better for
Don't
the
know.
people's schedule?
Don't know. MadeiraBeach.gov. Take a look at it. That's where you're going to find it. Don't know. Maybe look at their Facebook page. I wish I could tell you where it is, but I don't know. How about this? It's in Madeira Beach.
I was going
That
to say,
works.
it's in Madeira Beach. Figure
That
it out.
works. That's right. And they're going to be talking about two different
Hey,
things: what to do with the jetty and John's Pass, and then
true.
the second thing that they're going to be talking about is what to do with the property
That they
that
just
they just
purchased coming in.
acquired. Yeah, exactly. So they're going to do a lot of town hall meetings, or as they call them, workshops, to figure some of that out. And
Good.
so we're
Good,
going to be
good.
going to the following week, which is at the Bamboo Beach Club
Yeah, so the
or
conversation with the
bar.
mayor that we do know about when, where, and where is
Yes.
going to be next Wednesday, November 20th. It is at 12 o'clock lunchtime, Bamboo Beach Bar in Johns
Yep.
Pass.
That's
Again,
fun.
Stephanie newly figured out the amazing
Yeah.
kitchen that the Bamboo
Yeah.
Beach Bar
Sorry,
has. So
Sean.
good
Once
people,
again,
bring your
sorry, Sean.
shout out to Sean, the manager of the Bamboo Beach Bar. Love you so much. But yeah, no, come. We would love to see some friendly faces,
Mhm.
and the more community involvement and participation, the better.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
So, other than that, we really don't want to lead you good people further down the holiday track because trust
Yes.
me, there's going to be
We need
plenty.
to take it 1 week at a time, just us. So we're only going to allow you to have it week at a time. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like if we gave you more, you wouldn't come back. So,
yes.
what's that cow
Yeah.
milk,
Yeah.
analogy my mother tried to instill in me?
We record weekly, so we got to keep it fresh.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, I think that's really everything we had to cover
Mhm.
today. But as Stephanie mentioned, we do record new episodes every Monday night. So we try to have those released for you lovely people, full episodes on YouTube and Spotify every Tuesday. And of course, feel free to give us a like, follow, and share on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Other than that, I
Yeah.
think we're going to stay salty.
Yep, that's right. And sip often, right?
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
Bye.